Hi Gemini, welcome to your reading for the 11th of May to the 17th of May 2020 weekly reading. Of course it's not going to resonate with everybody, but if you can get a message from it, get some direction, guidance, then the job is done. Okay, so the overall theme for your week this week, Gemini, is to focus upon your strengths. Yes, we've got a polo there. So we've got some very strong energy there. There is the understanding that your strengths are there within you. It's just a case of bringing them out. Now, we can try to change what's happening around us. We can try to control externally, and we can only do that so far. What you then need to do, Gemini, is to come back round and start to look at the strengths that you have and what you can add to the situation to allow it for things to unfold as you would like them to. But let's have a look at some tarot and get some more information. Okay, 2 on there, that's fine. Take that. Some information on how the week will progress. Okay, so we have the overall energy is the 5 of Chalices, which can be a bit of a hard time going on there. You know, maybe you're not feeling emotionally in the right space. Feeling a little bit of not being able to get to where you need to get to. Things that aren't working out quite right for you at the moment there, Gemini, and you're feeling a little bit over it, or a little bit sort of undermined and just, you know, not seeing the point of, you know, trying your best or trying too hard, as it were. Now, as we see here, and what you need to take note of, Gemini, is that you have the golden or the solar cups that are up there. This is where the happiness is. This is where the sadness lies. So the sadness is behind you, Gemini. You are actually making progress towards this that will serve your higher good. So you need to just keep walking. Don't look back there and see what comes from that. Okay, so what's covering, this is the energies that are covering. So we have the Lovers there. So has there been some heartbreak lately, Gemini? That, you know, have you found that you have been let down or disappointed in a relationship that you cared very much about? And you've been trying to make it work. You've been wanting things to move forward, to progress further, to sort of get it onto a level that, you know, that you're going to feel so much better about. And, you know, as this card shows, there is some progression here. So even if this isn't moving as fast or quite the way that you feel like it needs to go, then, you know, just be patient. Okay, so this is your thought pattern. This is your mindset. So you're looking for some more balance within this relationship, Gemini, because you're wanting to, you know, it's that give and take sensation. You know, you want to, but you also want to be more grounded in it and more practical. So there is that part of you that is led by your heart, which, you know, wants that romance, wants that sort of softness, that nurturing, that safety that you get from a relationship. The other part of you wants to be practical, though, and know that, you know, that's not quite, you know, that'd be great, but, you know, that's sort of something that you have to work towards and it can take some time. Okay, so the basis of your reading, though, that Gemini is the world. So yes, you've got it all there. You're coming to the end of a cycle. So whatever it is that you're wanting to progress away from, or what you're progressing to, this is definitely coming towards you. So you're getting to the point where you can start to see, you know, some good things happening. You can see some progress. You can really start to feel like things, you know, may sort of move forward. In the past, you've been a little bit confused, Gemini. You've not known actually if you're actually seeing things clearly, if you're seeing the full picture. You know, you've been wanting to have things illuminated, but there has still been shadows. So it has been a little bit of a, you know, not quite sure if, you know, if it is what it is, you know, and there is that a little bit of uncertainty there. I'm saying this as well, Gemini, the Lovers card is the Gemini energy as well. So definitely talking about you, and there is progress. So within this. So whether it is a relationship or whether it is something that you're wanting to move forward with, it's definitely... there is progression there, which is great. And now we have the immediate future. So this is the Two of Staffs. This is the gateway. So at the moment, Gemini, you are just laying down the foundations. You are just getting ready to move forward into a new experience, a new chapter, and on a new journey. So the two is really starting to, is all about to get that balance. And also two is duality. So that can be balanced within a relationship. But this is definitely the gateway to where you're going to move through to. So everything is you know, is aligning quite nicely there. All right, so this is you. So yes, we see some heartbreak there. We see some disappointment and some grief. You know, this is where you feel like, you know, that people have turned away from you, or a person has turned away from you, that a situation has got out of hand and you haven't been able to you know, hold on to what you wanted to hold on to. You know, you've got your sword there, so there is some communication breakdown there. You know, you haven't been able to express how you really feel. And you know, so that's you at the minute. So let's see how you're going from there. But, you know, you have been working hard. This is you in this situation. You've been working hard and you have been waiting. You have been waiting. You know, bearing in mind that we do have the world as the basis of your reading. So you definitely, you know, you're definitely on the way. And here we have progression. So definitely, you know, definitely with keeping in your mind there, Gemini, that things are actually moving. So, you know, just keep working away at it. Just keep doing what you need to do. And as you're creating, then you're building a firmer foundation. And you're wanting, this is your hopes and fears, you're wanting judgment. You want it to work out the way you want it to work out. You want people to be held accountable, or you want, you know, to be responsible for what you need to be responsible. But you want things there to be a real, you know, to also be, there's some protection in there. So, you know, you want to be looked after, you know, and the fact that not looked after like I need you to, you know, put me to bed, or, you know, make me dinner or whatever, something like that. But this is more about that you know, you want others to understand what your needs are and what you're asking for, and you know, and what you're hoping for. Okay, so the outcome of your reading here, Gemini, is the Two of Swords. So this is that about seeking equilibrium, and we had it there with the two as well. So there was that putting that firm, you know, that firm, solid foundation down. And but you're still undecided at this moment about how it really is going to work out for you. So, you know, go into a meditative state, start to listen to your guidance, start to listen to your intuition, and, you know, and find that equilibrium within yourself. Now, when you find that equilibrium or balance within yourself, Gemini, it's so much easier to be, you know, in other situations or in a relationship or anything that's to do with others or other events, external stuff. Okay, so let's pull some clarifiers here. So I want to pull a clarifier on the Five of Chalices, which is your Five of Cups, which is about progression. We'll see if we can get any more messages on that. Okay, so we have the snake, the totem of stones, so the crawlers. So yes, there is some underlying stuff that you need to look at. So you have to go back down to base roots, though. You have to make, you know, you are wanting to, as I said with Five Chalices, you know, you're looking at what you're wanting to get to, but you're still focused on what is being left behind. And that, you know, emotionally, that's leaving you in a stuck place. So this is, you know, this is going deep with it, under the surface, really starting to look at things deeply. And if we look at about focus upon your strengths, then when you know, this is saying, you know, this is Spirit telling you that if you go deeper within yourself, look at the strength that you have, look at what you know, find that intellect, and that will help you along the way. Okay, going to look at the Eight of Vesicas now. And this is you within the situation. Just pick up that card that's jumped out. Alright, so the Eight of Vesicas we have. Great, we've got the Ace of Cups or the Ace of Bowls. So yes, there is that, you are going towards that feeling of contentment, that feeling of really being nurtured, being connected to somebody, being, really satisfied and just feeling the love, feeling supported. And, Spirit is bringing this through for you, Gemini. They're helping this come together. So, you can rest assured that things will actually get better and better and better as you go along, as you start to focus on you and what part you play in that. Okay, so I'm going to pull 2 cards on the outcome, which was the Two of Swords. And we have Judgment here again. So yes, there is that balance, there's that discernment, there is that being able to make a decision based on a firm understanding of what's going on. So, why you couldn't see what you could see before because it was in the dark, that's no longer there anymore. Okay, so, discernment, yes, definitely. Bringing in that balance. And what I want to say about here before is that, this is definitely, whether you've got the Six of Vesicas, the manifestation, covering that, and you, Gemini, is you definitely, there is that movement forward. So just want to emphasize that, if you're wondering, how it's all going to come about. You are definitely on the right track. So the second card for the Two of Swords is the Coyote. So the Coyote is I think, a very discerning animal anyway. We have there where it's the communication is there. It's able to express yourself, but in a way that may be quite subtle. But there is, if you think about they are a pack animal, so they stick together, they look after each other, they support each other. They all work in with each other. So, you will start to see things happening if it's in a relationship or it's in a situation that you're in, that you'll start to see things, coming right. So you will start to feel better along the way there. I'm going to pull one more card. And then we'll move on to the last card for the reading. Okay, yes, so we have the Five of Stones. So, you're wanting to really start to enjoy yourself. You're wanting that, you see everybody in the background dancing, they're partying, they're having a good time. You want to be ready for that. You want to be able to start to laugh, to dance, to enjoy yourself. And, so you're not quite sure how to go about that with the Two of Swords. But, based on the rest of the cards there, Gemini, it definitely will all come together and you will go to the party. There is an innocence and a purity about this too. So, you'll find that your heart space will start to really open. You'll feel the energy coming through of joy and happiness. And, you will be able to find your way to that level of, just even to a level where you're starting to feel really good about what's happening around you or the situation that you're in. Okay, so last card is our Talking to Heaven card. So let's see what your loved ones have to offer on the other side, advice or whatever, for this week for you. I have a new understanding. Nice. So, yes. So, they're encouraging you, a loved one from the other side there, Gemini, to look at things at yourself differently, to understand yourself more fully, to, you know, that your progress or what you're trying to achieve will be so much easier once you have deeper this deeper understanding of yourself, and you're able to focus upon, you know, your strengths, focus upon what makes you tick, what we, you know, what where your heart song is, where your soul song is coming from, you know, and start to believe in yourself, because that will allow you to have a new understanding. Now, whoever this is on the other side for you, Gemini, they will be with you this week. They will be, you know, walking with you and just guiding you as to seeing things from a perspective of, you know, having a control over the situation. And it's not control, it's management. So you're managing things better this week because you're able to see what you can bring to the table. You're able to feel strong about, you know, the direction in that you're going in, and that it's in the right direction. And you will start to, you know, you'll see this judgment coming through, which will be definitely in your favor. So beautiful, beautiful. So, you know, if you'll know that they're there when you feel them there, or you hear a song, or a smell, or something that prompts your memory. But, you know, if you need to know anything else, ask your loved ones that are over the other side to show you the way. Beautiful. Okay, Gemini, will you enjoy the week, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.